Have you ever wondered if you could use a makeup brush as a mop brush? Well, these are some of my mop brushes, and the pink one is a makeup brush. And this is a set that I bought off of Amazon for $6.99. I think normally it's like $9.99. It has 32 soft makeup brushes in it. Well, we're going to open it and we're going to see if it works just like a mop brush. Welcome to Cat's Country. At first glance, the makeup brushes look very soft, just like my mop brushes. And I've had these two mop brushes for a while, and I take pretty good care of them, but I use them a lot. The blue one is probably a little bit more used than the other. But really, feeling the makeup brushes, they feel just like the mop brush. And I'm pulling the hairs out to see if any fall out, because that's always a pain when you're painting and you get hairs in your painting. But I didn't get any hairs out, so let's test it. I'm going to start with a canvas that's just painted blue. It's streaky because I'm going to do clouds, because clouds are so fun to paint with a mop brush. I usually start out with the clouds with just my regular brush. And this is a brush that has, it's like probably about a 10, and it's a squirrel hair. And you can use any oil brush that you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm taking a little medium, some white, and some light blue, and maybe a little bit of and a little bit of purple or red, and I'm just going to make a whole bunch of clouds on this canvas. I'm going to do large ones, little ones, and the cloud technique I do, you've kind of seen it in some of my other videos, but I usually use, a swirl in motion. I put way too much red on this, so I'm going to take most of it off. But in oil, if you ever, or acrylic, sometimes you can wipe it up real quick if you did it just recently. But with oil, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to take it up in a second. But put a little bit of clouds here and there. I'm taking just the corner of my paper towel, and I'm kind of just wiping it up. And then I'll go back over it with some white or some blue, just to kind of give it some more color. And of course, clouds are all not exactly the same color, so. And I'm adding a little bit of medium from my top over here. You can use Gambasol, you can use any type of medium, or you can use liquid. Something that just makes it move a little easier. I'm not using much of it, and I just want to put some clouds, because what I usually do is I usually go back with a mop brush and kind of blend the bottom of the clouds. And if the cloud looks too harsh, I will take the mop brush and kind of soften it. You can do this with flowers. If you do a petal on a flower, you can take the mop brush and blend it really, And this set comes with a lot of little brushes also, which will be great with flowers. I took a little bit of gray and started adding some gray because I felt like my clouds were too white. And clouds usually closer to the horizon are usually a little smaller, so I'm making a few small ones down there. I just kind of want quite a few so I can test this technique out and see if the mop brush works. Because what I'm going to do is I am going to use my mop brush that probably is like $20, and then I'm going to use the mop brush for the makeup brush and see if it works the same way. By the feeling of it, I kind of think it might. Clouds are fun to paint. You can do them so many different ways. I think this is a pretty summer day. Let's see, I think I'm going to use this mop brush. And I'm just going to kind of blend the bottom of the cloud. And I hope you can see, because the paint's moving, but very little. Because that's what a mop brush does. It does very little. It's not going to take your paint up or take it off. It's more of a blending brush. Like when you work on a flower, if you do one petal at a time, you could use the little mop brushes to use those. And see, this does the same exact thing. If you have a glob of paint, it will smear it more. But this paint is not real heavy. I didn't put it real heavy. In fact, I might go back and put some more. It's a very soft brush. I'm going to add a little bit more color here and there. Now I'm going to make my clouds look a little better. I feel like they need a little work. That's the thing about clouds. You could put layers and it looks better when you do. One thing is you don't want all your clouds to be the same exact shape, same exact size, same exact area. You're going for a lot of different. I'm going to take a little bit of this gray and add to it. When you put a little gray at the bottom of the clouds, it makes it look more 3D. And this oil works the same way as some acrylics. You can do the same thing with acrylic. And you can always use acrylic medium with it. And they make a lot of water-based oil paints too. It just will dry a little faster. I really like the way this mop brush works. I'll take a paper towel, wipe it between uses just to get any excess paint off. A lot of people will do trees and shrubs with mop brushes. I think that might have to be my next video. But the link to this brush set is in the description. And like I said, I bought my set for $6.99, and I think it's still $6.99, but I've seen it up to $9.99 and sometimes $19.99. But normally it's about $9.99 to $6.99. I just want to add a little bit more to the clouds and make them look a little better now. I do like the brush set. And the only colors I'm using in these clouds is white, a little bit of blue, a little bit of gray, and I think it's Paynes gray. And then I used a little bit of red in there earlier. The background was painted in acrylic and then blow dried to make sure it was good and dry before I did it. And just remember, you can paint oil over acrylic, but never acrylic over oil. And use different brushes every time you use acrylic and oil. I have a container for my oil brushes, which is the one on the right, and then the container on the top is my acrylic brushes. I do like this set, and I think my clouds look right nice with this brush. And now I'm just kind of going back and kind of tickling the bottom and leaving the top a little bit more stark. Well, I really compared the two, they work the same. I don't see any difference. I want to play with the little brush a little bit too. It works nice too. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Send me a comment if you have any questions. And the link to the makeup brush set is in the description. And thanks for watching.